Phoenix Municipal Stadium is in picture-perfect condition as we are set for a Big 12, Pac-12 matchup between the Arizona State Sun Devils and Oklahoma State Cowboys here on Pac-12+. And with that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at Muni. Braiden Bell joined alongside Rob Warner. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. And Rob, if the fans at home didn't know, Arizona State, they had a midweek series at Long Beach State where they split 2 games. So refresh the fans at home what happened in Long Beach.
So Arizona State won the first game, lost the second, split the series, but there was some really good pitching you saw for the Sun Devils in the first 14 innings, really, of the game. In Game 1, ASU got their first shutout of the season on the backs of a really nice performance from Alec Marsh as well as Jake Godfrey on the rubber. But then the second game, ASU was up 3-1 in the 5th inning, gave up a 10 spot in that 5th inning, and really that was where they lost that game. They lost that game by a final score of 14-4, but they're going to try to regroup today.
So it's a tale of 2 games in Long Beach. Today's opponents, Oklahoma State, a historically great program, and one of the main reasons for that is their potent offense you see almost every single year. So who's a guy in that lineup you're looking for tonight?
A guy I'm looking for tonight is Colin Simpson, the junior center fielder who also plays catcher. He's going to be catching tonight. He's already batting .360 on the season with 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in on the season. And last year he was an all Pac-12 or an all Big 12 honorable mention. I think he's a guy that Sam Romero has to get out if ASU wants a good chance tonight.
You just mentioned tonight's starter for ASU, Sam Romero. A bit of surprise to some, possibly toeing the rubber on a Friday night against a good opponent. But you think he's earned his way in there. So what's he done so far this year to really earn that Friday night start? We're back at Phoenix Muni, 3-0 Arizona State as Sam Romero ready to start his second inning of work and delivers outside to the 5-hole hitter, Christian Funk for Oklahoma State, a junior from Fresno, California, one of the rare players on this Cowboys roster that's not from somewhere in the Oklahoma-Texas region. I'll step out of the box, but Funk handling the duties over at first base today, 6 foot, 215, junior, a transfer from Fresno City Community College, and now at a great program like Oklahoma State, getting the start at first base and looking at strike 1 from Romero, a fastball at 89 miles an hour. So we saw a lot of good things from Romero battling through that leadoff single way back in the top of the first. Seems like forever ago.
It does.
We'll see what he can do here in the second inning. And a good pitch there. A big-time swing and miss, that time by Funk, and the count goes to 1-2.
And Romero's going to try to consolidate the Sun Devils' first 3 runs of the game in this second inning. He had a pretty clean first inning, as you mentioned, without that single. He worked around nicely, and he's going to try to put another 0 on the board for his Sun Devils team.
Romero looking for that strikeout pitch, and he got it. Great breaking ball there by Romero, his first K of the night. And there's one away in the second.
You got to go somewhere, okay, if I want to take you. You got to either go with the batter or the strikeout on that one. You should go with the pitcher.
So Sam Romero looking comfortable early on. It'll be interesting to see what happens throughout the night for him. A reliever by trade, a starter tonight. And another swing and a miss as John Littell steps into the batter's box for the Cowboys. Struggling so far early on in this season, has those 2 home runs and 8 RBIs, but the average not great for Littell. And he blisters that baseball right back up the middle. It's a 1-out single. That pitch came in at 91 miles an hour, but it was smothered back up the middle. And the Cowboys have a base runner here with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting by Little right there, and that's going to increase his batting average just a bit.
It should indeed. And so now it's Cade Cabanas, a right fielder. See what Oklahoma State's trying to do here is a sign from the third base coach. See if they'll play some small ball. Already down 3-0. Early in this one. Not squaring a bunt, instead a big swing and a miss that time by Cabanas. And the count quickly to 0-1. Littell didn't miss any part of that ball. We don't have the exit velocity technology in this booth, but if I had to guess, it was coming off the bat pretty hot.
I would agree with you right there. I hope we get that StatCast thing in here. What is that again?
Well, StatCast and you know that's actually in the Cronkite School in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So
Courtesy of Saber.
sabermetrics, yes, a huge part of the game nowadays.
I'm actually a part of the Phoenix Saber chapter.
A great brag, Rob Warner.
Trying to be a humble brag.
1-1 the count. Cabinets looks at a great pitch on the outside part of the plate. It's 1-2.
And the fastball that's going to go away from left-handed hitters, go into right-handed hitters, that's the two-seam fastball from Romero. His four-seamer, he takes some of the velocity off it, but it runs inside to left-handed batters.
It's been a tough start to the season for Cabinets, just 1 of 20 so far on the season. He was an all Big 12 freshman team member last year, and will foul that ball off, but baseball's one of those games. You're going to have the ebbs and flows. We've seen it with Hunter Bishop. We alluded to it last half inning where he struggled so far in the young season. He's a great ball player, and so is Cabinets. But you're going to have slumps like that, and it's always just tough when you start a season that way because the numbers look so bad. But realistically, most of the time you go ahead and get back into it, and the numbers usually square themselves around.
And
so.
you mentioned Hunter Bishop. He and Cabinets have had the same kind of issue so far in the season. Cabinets with 9 strikeouts in his 20 plate appearances.
Almost was looking at his 10th strikeout there as that ball just missed. You heard a collective moan from the crowd here at Muni. The count equals up at 2-2.
And I think Sam Romero wanted that pitch pretty badly. Looked like he almost got it on that off-speed pitch. On the backdoor breaking ball, looks like he attempted there.
See if he can go back at him here with a 2-2 count. Instead, it's low and in the dirt, and Littell will take second base as Lynn blocked it but could not stop it cleanly. So Littell advances to second base, and the count runs full.
So second time in as many innings, the Cowboys offense is at a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs.
Full count pitch from Romero. Breaking ball low. It's the first walk of the night for Romero. And Oklahoma State has 2 runners aboard, and only 1 walk from Romero so far, but that's been an issue for the Sun Devils so far this year, pitching-wise, especially with the starters. So always keep an eye on that. Still plenty of time to iron out that walk, though, with 1 away and a good spot of the lineup for Oklahoma State. If you're Sam Romero, the bottom half of the lineup, it's the 8-hole hitter and the DH, Mitchell Stone. Excuse me, it's a pinch hitter stepping in for Oklahoma State. It'll be Jake Taylor. So they had Stone written up as the DH, but they went ahead and pulled him. And so it'll be Taylor, the pinch hitter for the Cowboys, and he swings at the first pitch. Looks like a 6-4-3 double play. It is a 6-4-3 double play. Swift to Williams to Torkelson. The freshman trio delivers yet again, and the Devils get out of the second inning unscathed. 3-0 ASU. We'll head to the bottom half of the second coming up next. A 7-0 run to get things going in the second half of play has Arizona on top 33-30 over UCLA. Braiden Bell, Eliav Gabay on the call. A lot of stars are in attendance for this one, but it's the U of A fans, the commoners, if you will, making the most noise right now as the Wildcats flexing their muscles as the second half starts, up by 3.
Like I said, momentum. Mr. Momentum is not, let's put it this way, favoring any sides. He's easy to switch jerseys and switch them often. And with this crowd, it's hard to switch back to UCLA jersey for Mr. Momentum when it gets going.
Arizona, when they're on a run, they're as difficult as any team in the country to stop. It's like waves of shots falling over and over and over. So far, they're 3 of 4 from the floor, and UCLA's only gotten 1 shot up in the first minute and a half of the second half.
Yeah, we'll see as this half progresses if Alford will ever go away from that 3-2. For now, he's staying whole, and he should, but let's see if he makes those adjustments if he needs to.
Parker Jackson Cartwright with the acrobatic layup just moments ago, causing Steve Alford to use an early timeout. 33-30 the score, 18:31 to go in the game. Starting five still out there for both sides. We're back to action as Aaron Holiday has the ball. Now it's Golemon up top, and Chris Wilkes at the free throw line. Welsh with a three from the right wing, and he connects. That's a nice response out of the timeout for UCLA, and the game is tied again at 33.
Wide open. The pick to the slip. Thomas Welsh hanging out there all by himself.
The silky jumper for the 7-footer. Tie ball game at 33. It's Alkins in the right corner for Arizona. Down low, DeAndre Ayton on the right block, kicking across court. It's Jackson Cartwright open for three, and he connects. Parker Jackson Cartwright, a knack for the big moment, and he has all 5 of his points in the last 2 minutes, and U of A leads by 3 again. It's 36-33. The Bruins looking to survive this run right now for Arizona. It's Welsh on the right wing, defended by Ayton. Welsh takes one dribble and feeds it back up top to Aaron Holiday, who will now get a screen from Welsh. Pick and pop, Welsh for three. He got it. Thomas Welsh 2 straight threes as the Bruins and Wildcats go tick for tack here from Vegas.
Welsh pulling Ayton away and away from the basket, and Welsh getting open once more.
17-10 to go. It's a lob to the rim. Ayton catches and finishes with a slam dunk. Arizona swarming on offense so far. They are 5 of 6 from the floor to start the second half.
Ayton going down low, and Welsh will go up top to the key.
And speaking of Welsh, he has the ball defended by Ayton. Step back, he got it. From the left block, Thomas Welsh, so solid. And the game is tied again at 38. Get a feeling this is going to be one heck of a second half.
Oh, that's right. If Ayton and Welsh can keep going at it like they've been, that's going to be a good time for sure.
Jackson Cartwright with the ball for Arizona. Now it's Ristich. He wants to get going. He can't hit. And there's a foul underneath against UCLA as the rebound was fought for, and it will go against Chris Wilkes.
That's a good call. Wilkes in that position, Ayton out of position. Like we said in yesterday's broadcast, if Ayton gets positioned that low for the rebound and has a chance to box you out, you're going to probably get called for a foul because there's no other way to get to the ball.
Yeah, good luck if that's the case. Trier gets the inbound at the top of the key. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Drives inside, and another foul will be called on UCLA. It'll be on the floor against Prince Ali. Ali's first foul. Already 3 team fouls for the Bruins early on here in the second half. A story to keep an eye on as we go through this second half of play. Jackson Cartwright will inbound from underneath. Gets it into Ristich, and now it's Ayton up top. Finds his point guard. And now it's Trier curling off a screen at the left wing. Ayton on the left block, defended by Golemon. Dribble, kicks to the quarter. Open for three is Jackson Cartwright. He got it. Parker Jackson Cartwright in the zone. 8 points for him. He's been phenomenal. All 8 of them have come in the second half, and Arizona back on top by 3.
PJC, come on, make it interesting.
Welsh to the right block, spin move with the right hand, no good. Rebound Trier. And here comes Arizona. Alonzo Trier gets 2 screens, top of the key, swings it to Parker Jackson Cartwright, who will drive inside and kick to Alonzo Trier up top. PJC, Ristich, mid-range jump shot from the left side. He got it. Arizona cannot miss. They're 7 of 9 from the floor to start the second half, and their lead is 5, and the fans making some noise in Vegas.
With just one man out of position in that 3-2, it all gets mixed up, and you saw it 2 plays in a row.
Wilkes gives way to Holiday, mid-range jumper, well short. Rebound, fought around, tipped off the head of Golemon, into the hands of Trier. It's a 2-on-1. Trier to the bucket, and a foul is called. And Alonzo Trier will get 2 free throws and draw us to a media timeout. But what a surge for Arizona. They've had 6 of their last 7 shots from the floor and lead UCLA 43-38 in the semifinals of the Pac-12 tournament.
U of A absolutely suffocating on defense. It always starts with defense, transitioning into good ball movement, and then boom, they get the lead right now.
Trier and Arizona on top by 5. 15:08 to go in the game. You're listening to Blaze Radio's coverage of the Pac-12 tournament. We'll be right back. So Trier at the free throw line for Arizona out of the timeout, making the first. The junior out of Seattle, Washington. First team all Pac-12. And last year's tournament MVP. misses the second free throw. The rebound by Welsh. And so the U of A lead is 6. It is the largest it's been all night long. Chris Wilkes will drive to the bucket, go up strong with the left hand, and bank it in off the glass. Nice move for Wilkes, and UCLA gets a bucket there from the freshman from Indianapolis.
Man, he can really sky to the rim when he's in his zone.
Parker Jackson, Cartwright, and Alonzo Trier. Swing pass over to Alkins in the corner. 15 on the shot clock. It's Trier to Parker Jackson, Cartwright on the right wing. Down low on the right block, it's Ayton. Posted up and working on Thomas Welsh. He's doubled, right-handed hook shot. You can't stop that. DeAndre Ayton was double teamed, uses the right hand and puts it in from the baseline extended. 46-40, Arizona leads.
Hey there, welcome to Sports Beat. I'm Braiden Bell. The Dodgers have been the hottest team in baseball for the last 3 months. Could they keep it up against the Braves in Hotlanta? Well, quick answer, yes they could. Rookie Cody Bellinger matches his 29th dinger of the season, putting LA on top 2-0. They were able to hold on to that lead as Kenley Jansen comes through, gets the save. The Dodgers win 3-2. They've won 9 in a row, and they are on pace for 115 wins. Now off to the gridiron. Cardinals and Cowboys in the Hall of Fame game. Former Aggie Kerwin Williams starting for the Cardinals, and he had a great opening drive. 5 carries, 18 yards, and this touchdown right here, which put Arizona on the board first. Former Weber Stater Trayvon Johnson makes the grab for the Cowboys and lunges forward near first down yardage. And then it's former Ute Pasoni Tassini who had a tackle for a loss. Both of those guys trying to play their way onto the roster. Starters didn't play at all in this game, and the Cowboys came away with a 20-18 win. Last week, a Utah man posted a picture on social media of some fresh ink, and it went viral. Why? The tattoo was of LeBron James crying. Now our very own Jeremiah Jensen caught up with that guy and the man who put it there. My question to the guy, does he realize that's going to be on his leg forever? Probably not. But now to college football. Utah back on the practice field.
Got off to a good start. Very apparent that they had put in a lot of work this summer on their own with the player-run practices.
Kyle Whittingham felt like the Utes were ahead of schedule a bit going into day 1 of fall camp, but still a few things to tighten up for Coach Witt and the Utes, like the offensive line and secondary. However, the Utes did find out that they are number 25 in the preseason coaches poll. Not a bad place to start. Fall camp also underway for BYU. Quarterback Tanner Mangum is a sure thing under center, but who will he throw the ball to? The Cougars only return 1 wide receiver this season and also have to replace a stud running back in Jamal Williams. They are working on that as year 2 of the Kalani Sitake era is less than a month away. Since the passing of legendary head coach LaVell Edwards in late December, Cougar fans have been waiting to see what the school would do to honor him in the upcoming season. Well, the Cougars announced they will be wearing this patch on all of their apparel, including their jerseys, throughout the entire 2017 season. A nice way to honor one of the greatest coaches in the history of the state. That's all we've got for this edition of Sports Beat. Until next time, I'm Braiden Bell.